Thank you, Chairman and Ranking Member, and the members of the committee for holding this hearing today on a very important topic that has been prevalent in our national conversation, but one that is very, very personal to me as an Asian American. I represent California's 39th Congressional District. This is one of the most diverse districts in the country, and it's also a home to a vibrant Asian American community. My district is truly a representation of America and what makes our country great. Asian Americans have and continue to make countless contributions to communities across the country and right here in the halls of Congress. Since the beginning of COVID-19, we have increasingly seen Asian Americans becoming targets of hate across the nation, with more than 3,000 hate crimes against the Asian American and Pacific Islander community. Those crimes have been reported nationwide, with an increased number of attacks against seniors. This week, we saw senseless violence in Atlanta that took the lives of 6 Asian American women. While the investigation is ongoing and we wait for more information, this comes during a time when violence and attacks against Asian Americans are on the rise. The hate, the bias, and the attacks that we've seen against the Asian American community are unacceptable, and they must be stopped. This is wrong, and it has no place in our political discourse, and it's contrary to the values that America stands for. This should not have to be said, but I want to be very clear. No American of any race or ethnic group is responsible for the COVID-19 pandemic. The virus does not discriminate. It affects everyone. We must come together as Americans, not just to fight COVID-19, but also to stand against the rise of hate and discrimination against the AAPI community and any other group of Americans. We also cannot forget that discrimination we've seen against the AAPI community is not limited to the violence and attacks. I hope we can look at the nation's elite universities and other institutions of learning. We have seen institutions discriminating against Asian Americans in their admissions process in order to deny them the entry. Discrimination is wrong and goes against our fundamental American values that we hold dear. In America, we value the individual, and we believe that people deserve to be judged on their merits and not penalized because of their heritage, race, or background. These are the values that my family and countless of immigrants came here for. When our country seems more divided than ever, we should work together to unify our country and ensure future generations of Americans, regardless of their background, have the same opportunity to access the promise of America. No matter our race or background, we are all Americans. Asian Americans are Americans. As an Asian American and a member of Congress, I feel a duty to speak out. So I stand with the AAPI community today and always. So I want to thank you for allowing me to speak on this very, very important issue. And I yield back the balance of my time.